if economical, suppressed, subsonic 30-30 shooting sounds like a good time, this is your video. So here we are back at Ultimate Reloader with Guy Miner. Thank you for joining us, Guy.
Of course. We're doing lever guns.
And lever guns have been on the agenda for literally the last 6 months. We've been eagerly awaiting the arrival of the X model from Henry. This is a tactical 30-30. We have also shown the Glenfield. Guys, retro, or if you want to say authentic 30-30 here on the channel. One of the reasons I was so excited about this X model is I was just literally fixated on shooting subsonic 30-30 with a suppressor. And since the X model has the threaded barrel, which is not super simple on a lever gun because of the tubular magazine and all that, it's really great to get one from the get-go with it. I thought, hey, you know, we do a lot of stuff with Barry's bullets. What have we done with Barry's? We've done 9, 45, 7.62x39,
yeah,
subsonic 300 blackout, and what we've got here is Barry's 150 grain plated 30-30 bullet. These are safe for tubular magazines.
Yes.
They're economical, and I gave Guy the assignment to come up with a cool subsonic load, which we're going to cover in this video.
That was a lot of fun.
Really, really good stuff. So let's talk about this bullet. So Barry's plated bullets, like I said, are economical. You can buy them in large quantities, which is nice. They've been doing a pretty good job through all the component shortages with availability. This particular bullet can go up to 2,000 feet per second.
Yes, and I love that Barry's puts that right on the box, so if you don't have to necessarily go sorting around through a bunch of load data and looking things up on the Barry's website. And if you just, oh yeah, the box says I can go 2,000. Great.
Yeah, so we could go either supersonic with this load or subsonic, which means it's going to be a versatile bullet to have on the shelf for your 30-30. It's got that flat point. There's a little dimple. Yeah. This is going to be safe coming up against the primer on the cartridge in front of it in that tubular magazine. They call this the round shoulder, this sort of profile of the sort of ogive area in the bearing surface there. And yes, these are economical. If you click on that first link down in the video description to the article, we'll have links for the product pages. So why don't you go through the loading gear that we've got here that you used back at home for this load?
Sure, and no secret, I like the Lyman stuff, and I thought it was time to bring the little Lyman Ideal C-Press out and use it. Keeping things simple. To me, the 30-30 makes me think in times of older times, simpler times, and using stuff. I know, we have different 30-30s. They're both 30-30s.
I just filmed a progressive reloading for 30-30 video, and I think Guy was like, oh, this is cool, but not the way I do it. Anyways, back to the Lyman equipment.
It is a lot faster.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I really like, I'm a single stage reloader kind of guy, and I like just taking some time in the evening and getting my tools out and building some ammo. And if it takes me, you know, an hour to make a box of 20, I'm okay with that.
It kind of depends on your goals. You know, a lot of people use a 30-30 lever gun for hunting deer, right?
Deer, bear.
Yeah. And if you're, you know, shooting a few rounds to make sure your zero is good, and then you're going to shoot maybe a few rounds during the hunting season, hopefully, you know, a single stage is absolutely a great way to go.
I like it if I shoot one round during the hunting season. Yeah,
that is a good thing.
But yeah, you don't necessarily. I don't necessarily go through a lot of 30-30 ammo. You know, 100 rounds a year or so just for fun, plinking, and I might take it hunting. I don't do a lot of hunting with it, but I like it. That's for sure. At any rate, this is a dandy little press, and one of the things I like the most about it is that it's small size, gives me a lot of room on my loading bench, and this open front here is pretty cool. Makes it very easy to put that cartridge in there, do whatever it is I need to do on it, and then take it the heck back out of there.
Plus, it's cast iron. It's made in USA.
Yes,
and it's affordable, right?
Yeah, you can't knock any of that.
Yep.
So I think it's a great press for the money too. Very affordable. And we talked about that in another article a while back.
Yep.
Used Lyman's drum type of powder measure, and it did pretty darn well with me with this Trail Boss stuff.
Yeah.
Which I had not used until this 30-30 article. Started using it last winter, and it made the whole process of getting subsonic pretty simple.
Okay, so let's talk about the load components. You've got Trail Boss, and
Yep.
that was the second powder that you tried. Is that right?
Right. I tried downloading with some of my existing powders that I usually use in the 30-30, and I just couldn't get down under that 1,000 foot per second barrier. Couldn't get down around there. What I thought was a safe load.
Sure.
There's probably ways to do it. I didn't have any 4895 on hand, which is often used for reduced loads.
Okay.
Didn't have any of that. So I said, hey, wait a minute. I saw some Trail Boss sitting up there at the Ultimate Reloader Ranch. And
Yep.
took that down there and loaded it up at 7, 8, 9, and 10 grains.
Nice. Okay. So in the other components, you had RP. Was that once fired or multiple fired?
Multiple
brass?
fires. I've had that stuff a long time.
Of course, we've got the Berry's 30-30 150 grain bullet.
Yep.
The primer, Federal 210 large rifle. A lot of people can't find primers right now.
Right. It's tough. It's tough. And any large rifle primer is going to work. I've also loaded it with the CCIs, and they do a fine job too.
Nice. Cartridge overall length of 2.470 inches.
Yes.
Is that about typical for the 30-30?
Yeah, it's right in the normal range there, and it fed nice and easy from the old Glenfield. So that's what I stuck with.
So did you crimp or did you not crimp?
I did crimp.
You did? Okay.
I did. Yeah, and I usually get sufficient neck tension, but I put a small crimp on
I
that
can see that.
using Mr. Lee's factory crimp die.
If you haven't seen it already, I did an overview of load data for plated bullets, how you can extrapolate that. Like for a pistol, for instance, if you're using jacketed rounds. And one of the things we covered in that article and video is to make sure that you don't overcrimp. Because if you overcrimp a plated bullet, you'll basically make a cut line all the way around, a scoring line, and that jacketing will just fly apart as it goes down the barrel and out the barrel.
That's why I stayed with a real mild crimp.
Looks
didn't do much.
Perfect. Absolutely. Okay, so you went and you shot this stuff at the range over the chronograph.
I did.
And
I should get a medal for that because there was 2.5 feet of snow on the ground when I was doing that, cold and snowy and all that. Yeah, but it was still a lot of fun, and I shot 5-shot strings of 4 different charges.
7, 8, 9, and 10,
Right.
ranging from 802 feet per second up to 1017 and then back down to 978, which is interesting. If you look at the extreme spread here, things got wild, didn't they?
Exactly. That's why I did not like that 10 grain load, and I was glad I'd only loaded 5 of them to try, and I tried the 5, and I said, this is pretty wild and crazy. My actual maximum muzzle velocity with that 10 grain charge was lower than with 9 grains, and the extreme spread of 226 feet per second. I said, that's nuts.
That is totally nuts.
Yeah. And 48 I can deal with. I'm looking at this as a plinking load, and I felt most comfortable with the 8 grain charge, so that's what I've stayed with.
Yeah, and the SD was 24 feet per second, which is, for me, pretty typical from an AR-15 for a 5.56 cartridge.
Yeah, I didn't see anything wrong with 24.
No, I like that 8 grain load, and it's not, if you're just shooting for plinking, it's not bad to be under the 1,000 feet per second. You know, it doesn't bother me at all. My Subsonic 300 blackout loads with the Berry's bullets were down around 900 feet per second, and they shoot awesome. Semi-auto, full auto, whatever it is you're doing. You know, they're really good.
Yeah, good stuff. No, it was a fun load workup. I didn't do any serious accuracy testing. Couldn't get to most of the range because of the snow. So I used what I could, 25-yard shooting and chronograph, and had a lot of fun with it. Especially that 8 grain load. I kept going back to that because it worked out so well.
Well, very good. So what I'm thinking is, since we haven't shot this suppressed yet, let's get out and let's confirm 0 on a target to make sure that we've got the drop accounted for correctly.
Yes, I did note a very wide shift from normal 30-30 hunting ammo, 2,100 feet per second stuff, and this 800-900 feet per second stuff. Big change, even at 25 yards.
Yeah. So let's get him sighted in, and then let's go do some shooting on steel at the Caldwell Steel Arena right here at Ultimate Reloader.
Caldwell Steel Arena, I like that.
Let's go. So I got the target here. Go down there and pretty much what we did last time.
Yeah. Get her sighted in.
If we put the target down here by this little one, we're going to be at about the same approximately the same range as the close targets. So I got to decide if I'm going to hold or dial. Kind of depends on how much of these we're going to be shooting, right? Not too bad for elevation.
Yeah. Heck, I'm happy.
Okay, cool. If you're sighting in, accuracy is not a bad thing, right? Get to try out that bipod, huh?
There you go.
Oh my word.
Way low.
That is quiet. I'm gonna take my ear pro off. We're just gonna guess for now. Ready? I'm gonna shoot one of the top right dot.
Oh, that's
Oh,
quiet.
that was close.
That is so quiet.
Right in the center. I am absolutely perfect now. All right. Now let's get quiet, huh? Ready for something quiet?
Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot. Listen to that. Oh, am I out already? I am out already. That is too much fun. I got to load a few more. I think you should try it. You want to try it?
Oh, sure.
Of course you do. Here's a few.
Team player.
I think this might be my new favorite steel shooting setup. You're not chambered yet.
That's fine. No need for ear pro, that's for sure. Wow.
Oh, this is so cool. Wow. Can you believe that?
That is nice. Not hot either.
That is absolutely as fun as it gets.
Yeah, it's just what a blast. Yeah. Or what a lack of blast.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
We should do more subsonic.
I think so. Yeah.
Progressive press.
Yeah.
Bounce it all out there.
Oh yeah,
lots
we're
of
gonna load
ammo.
a ton of this stuff.
Yeah. That's a nice rifle.
Well, that met and exceeded my expectations.
Wasn't that fun?
That was a lot of fun. So now, do you feel the need for a threaded 30-30 or?
No.
No.
But it's cool.
Well, you've got a friend that has one.
I
so-
do. If I ever need a suppressed 30-30, yeah.
I was actually a little surprised. You know, I've shot a lot of suppressed 300 blackout, subsonic out here and all that. This might even be more fun than that.
Lever guns are fun.
Fun and
You
with
start with
silent.
that, and now you're suppressed, and that subsonic ammo.
Yeah.
It all worked.
Yeah.
And we did pretty good with it.
We did, and thanks for loading the ammo. I am definitely thinking it's time to go full progressive with these Barry's 150s, and I'm going to roll with that 8 grains of Trail Boss load. That was awesome.
That was our best load out of the 4 of them that I tested, by far.
So here's what we want to know from you: is are you shooting suppressed 30-30? If so, what's your firearm? What's your bullet? What's your load? Tell us all about it. Drop a comment and we'll start a discussion. I think I'm going to go get the press set up and crank out, I don't know, 1,000 rounds maybe?
I don't think we have quite 1,000 of those berries left.
Oh, that's right. We only have maybe 950?
Something like that.
920? Yeah, I'm definitely thinking we could very quickly use all those up. That concludes this video, and that means it's time to wrap it up. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Also, make your voice heard. If you have something to say, please drop a comment. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications because you're not going to want to miss the awesome content that is coming up. And finally, flex your reloading pride. You could look great in one of these t-shirts. We've got multiple designs at the Ultimate Reloader store. I'll see you later because I'm off to go shooting. You sure you don't want a threaded 30-30?
Yeah, it would be nice.
I literally couldn't be happier. I think I'm going to be out here shooting this thing literally every day.
Well, they'd go over better with the family instead of that Weatherby thing.
That's actually the big boomer.
Yeah.
Sounded like a bomb went off. I love that.
That thing's noisy. This is the opposite of noisy.
I think our cameraman is going to be using this a lot, you know, for those, you know, afternoon breaks and.
Oh, coming out and you
Yeah,
better
Tyler
load up.
he's hot on this X model.
I know he likes the lever guns. I don't blame him at all. This actually wouldn't be that hard to thread. We just have to move the sight back a little bit.
Oh yeah. And that's just a dovetail?
Yeah. So
You could do that.
sure you could dovetail it and move
Yep.
the sight back an inch. But
Yeah, definitely.
I like it the way it is.
Well, that's just an opportunity to buy another gun in my book.
Good point. You can get them already threaded, so.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah.